Now we're going to take a look at the position of north-south. One of the most difficult things in all of jiu-jitsu is to escape a negative position. One of the worst positions to be in is definitely north-south bottom. The first thing that we're going to look at is when your opponent is in side control and they look to make that transition. That is the easiest time to escape during a transition, when their body is in motion and their weight is light. Alright, so I am in side control bottom. My spare hand here is in that grappling hook, making sure that I'm not pushing on the hip, and I'm not really driving my elbow in. It's just lightly placed over here. This hand is just a sensor. You know, there are some ways that we can defend by blocking that bicep, but in this instance, I missed the bicep, maybe hit that cross face, and my hand goes right here to the hip. My other hand is going to go at the doorway looking to get in for the underhook, and it's okay if it doesn't go in. We do want some angle, but in this scenario, we've gotten crushed. All right, so I'm sitting here. I need to make sure that I don't let this arm get dominated. I don't want him sitting to Kesikatami, and I'm waiting here. Now, the easiest indicator that he's about to go north-south is this arm going over the head. If this arm goes over the head, he's either going to head lasso me, right? That's a bad day. Or he's getting ready to go north-south. So, you know, my head is down, I'm turned in, I don't want to give him any opportunity to head lasso me. During the transition, when he starts to move, and I feel my arm starting to go, that's when I'm going to start to go to my knees. It's going to be a simple bridging motion. The big mistake that people make here, specifically my students, is that they try to bridge into their partner. Don't bridge into your partner. You're going away from them. You're going in the same direction that they're going, so if they're coming into you, I'm turning and I'm bridging over. Keeping in mind, this should be almost effortless if your timing is right. So he starts to go, I start to turn over, and I go straight to my knees. You can see I keep my arms in nice and tight, and there are a number of things we can do from here. So that grappling hook, that's what I call this spare hand, the sensor, goes at the hip. My spare hand comes here at the armpit. Don't worry about wedging that in. We want that, but if they're too tight, you're not going to be able to get that. You can just place it right at the doorway, all right? Now, this arm comes over. I know what's about to happen. As he starts to rotate is when I'm going to bridge up, over, and go to my knees. Traditionally, they catch this arm, they sit through, and they keep trying to take their partner over. Reality is, good people just don't let that happen. Typically, I like to couple this move with a sit-through. So I'm going to do the reversal, go to my knees, and I'm going to hit the sit-through on this next rep. Check it out. A future class will show how to do the sit-through, but most of you probably know it because it's a pretty basic move. So let's see how these two moves fit together. Grappling hook, hand at the armpit. His hand comes over. I know what's about to happen. You know, I didn't get head lassoed. He starts to move. I come to my knees. As soon as I come to my knees, I need to duck my head, step my foot, I sit, and I come up to the back. Grappling hook, hand. I know he's about to go. He goes. I turn over to north-south. Head, foot, sit, hug. Hand in the armpit, hand over the head. I know he's about to go. When he starts to go, I bridge up, straight to my knees, head out, sit, and I hug. Keep in mind, if you're having difficulty with this move, most of the time it's because your timing is off. You either waited until he rotated all the way and started to bridge, or you're bridging the wrong way. Usually it's one of those two things.